Back to what I was saying. I want everybody to, get close with their neighbors because right now we're in a time where we're going to have to know each other. We're going to have to depend on each other. The likeliness of the power grid going out is high because of all of the data centers that are being put up. Our electrical grid cannot handle all that withdrawal. Also, the way that the way that ICE is moving, the way that the National Guard is being put on to people whenever we are protesting. America has lost its the best reason why to be in America. The First Amendment right of saying what you want to say and not be chastised for it. That is being taken away. They have opened First Amendment zones when you're protesting. What do you mean, zones? The whole America is supposed to be a zone for First Amendment rights. But they pick and choose. They don't want people to protest. They don't want people to actually go against their quid pro quo. They just want to do whatever the heck and not have people going against them. That's just not how it works. There's a good amount of Americans that actually don't want to be in a society where things are not ran the right way. I was watching a video last night that explained how America is the polar opposite to other countries. For example, Russia, they are government above capital, meaning if any capitalist kind of thing is going on where, let's say a huge millionaire to billionaire in Russia is trying to buy congressional seats, the government of Russia will actually condemn that person, probably even put them in jail. Stay with me now. In America, if the same thing were to happen, where a millionaire or billionaire were to buy out congressional seats, they'd just let it happen. America has capital over government. The government listens to the capital, the Black Rocks, all of those things, the vanguards. Our government listens to the big money guys. It really should not be that way. It should be the other way around. Now we are in a oligarchy where truthfully the rich get to choose whatever happens to the poor. And it's really dark times. It's a really dark concept as well. No matter how many people are sitting here, I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna pay my bills, I'm gonna get things sorted out in my life and try to pay off my credit card debt and things of that nature, right? The small things that they worry about. These billionaires are going ahead and pretty much proceeding with the end of the world. They're, I get $50 billion for putting up this data center, even though it pollutes the water, pollutes the air, and has a horrible humming sound that messes with people's minds. Yeah, let me get that. That is what's going on in America right now. And there is no reverting it unless chaos happens. That is the truth. Chaos must ensue to get to where the people can be comfortable. You have to be a lot of uncomfortable to get to that reality that you want. Right now, I'm seeing so many people on social media, even on YouTube, saying like, "Oh, we need to revolt. Oh, we need to, we need to do something as the people. We need to do something, right?" But people are so comfortable in their living. They're so comfortable in the way that they have been doing life for the past 5 years, 10 years, that they don't actually want to do. Now, protesting, yes. I applaud everybody that protests. I applaud everybody that goes to these detention centers or really these internment concentration camps. That's what they really are. People that pull up to there and they're medics for the people that get pepper sprayed, or they're people that help out with the food and stuff like that, make sure everybody's hydrated and fed. That is an amazing thing, and those people deserve an applause. But nothing is going to change just by you being outside and shouting, stop doing this, when people are dying inside. When people are dying in that facility, being tortured in that facility, being waterboarded in that facility, you going outside and saying, I don't want you to do this. You are horrible. Blah, blah, blah. No. Niggas gotta die. Okay, niggas gotta die. Real stuff. That's what happened. People have already died. The nurse that got literally clip unloaded on him while he was on the ground. That lady that was trying to drive away and the cop unloaded a clip on her when she was not even going to hit him. I'm just saying, there are people that have already have died, and those are only 2 cases. I'm sure there's about 100 more. People have already died on the good side. There are no deaths on the bad side. We need to change the numbers. We need to have a positive KD. Like, what are we doing, bro? I'm not saying to ensue violence. I'm not saying to, I really am. But on some real, if change is going to happen, violence has to happen because they're already being violent to us. Point blank period. Point blank period, bro. If you go to a city hall meeting and there are 200 to 300 people saying, we do not want this here, stop approving these data centers. And the freaking city hall people leave the place to go into a digital city hall to tell the people that we're still doing this. Find them and shake them into submission. This pulling up just to pull up and say I don't want it is not working. These people don't give a fuck. So you're going to have to do something. Back to the rest of the conversation. Life has been changing. Life is on a good incline right now. And I'm very hopeful. I'm very excited to see where things go in the next 5 years of my life. I hope that America does not fall and my predictions are wrong in the next 5 years, but not only are data centers being approved everywhere, but nuclear reactors are being approved everywhere, especially places that have I think it was a 7.5 magnitude earthquake happens in these areas on a regular basis, and these nuclear reactors can't withstand a 5.0 magnitude. So I feel like that's common sense. Why would you approve a nuclear reactor in a place that has earthquakes and you can't even make your nuclear reactor sturdy enough to take the fucking natural forces of this earth? I'm just saying, there's so much stupidity in the people that have money. People just have money and want to make more money. There needs to be a point where you cannot make more money. There needs to be a cap in America. You cannot make too much money. You should not be a trillionaire, let alone billionaires. There should not be a trillionaire in our history. Because what is he doing with the money? Nothing. He's not doing anything to benefit the people. Oh, I'm doing so good for the people by trying to go to fucking Mars, trying to go to the moon. No. Literally, give your money to the people that actually will do something with that money. Like, give universal health care to America. Fix some of these roads that have thousands of potholes, not even potholes, craters that end up messing people's axles up. Fix that. How about you fix the food issue? How about you fix the gas issue? You know, you're a trillionaire. Why not do it? You have all this money. Why not do it? So that's all I got to say. But everybody should definitely prepare for the super El Nino that's coming this winter. Things are going to be really bad. Water's going to be scarce. And yeah, just prepare. We're in a preparation time. It really sucks to say. And then on top of that, like, in my field, in my life, it's going to be hard for me to prepare because of my situation. Truthfully. And I think that it's going to be really rough for me in the next couple of months. But I'm going to prevail. I'm going to continue to push myself further than I ever have. And I'm going to succeed. I'm not going to give up. Nothing is going to make me give up. Nothing is going to make me take my life. I just want that to be known. But I hope everybody has an amazing day. I hope everybody, takes my advice, listens out to me, listens to my predictions, because at the end of the day, it's better to be prepared and it not happen than to not be prepared and it does happen. Hope y'all have a good one. Welcome back, folks, to my corner. Kamal's corner. It's a long time no see type situation, you know. Got a little change going on, got a haircut. Right now, life is a bit different. Not even just a bit, it's a lot different. I ended up moving to another state. I'm pursuing a career in electricity, and I have started my own business with my close friend. That is a mobile detailing business. Things have been really ramping up in life recently, and I'm happy for myself. I'm happy for the change that I finally took. I'm happy for the leap that I took. I just have to execute, and I think that's really the biggest part. That is the weird part. Right now, we have had a good amount of clients. We've had like 7 to 8 clients. Still at the stage of like, okay, now we need to find more. We've made a decent amount of money from it, but I want it to be more consistent, especially since the weather is about to be changing here soon, like pretty soon, and especially with the I'm not sure if you guys know, but there is a super El Nino coming this like fall/winter, and what that is a huge shift in weather. That's basically what it means. It's a huge shift in weather. So the winters might be harsher, the summers might be harsher. We might have a lot more droughts, and with those droughts comes water shortages across the West Coast and things of that nature, which the West Coast is really about to be messed up on a huge scale because they have opened up nuclear reactors on the Colorado Salt Basin. The Salt Lake is now being used for nuclear reactors, and they're doing data centers there as well. So not only are they going to pollute the water, but the water is going to evaporate because the nuclear centers, those reactors end up heating up the area that it's in a lot more than it should be. So all the shrimp that's in the food chain there are going to either cease to exist or end up being very, very malnourished. And that part of the world, those shrimp are very, very important to the food chain. It's like a 40% contribution to the food chain. If those shrimp are gone, a lot of things are going to change. And that's what's happening very soon. Like I'd say in the next year or so, we're really going to see the effects of that. Of course, these things take time. It's not going to be an instant thing. But once it's changed, there's no way to go back. There's no reverting the situation. And a lot of these, politicians and things of that nature, they don't listen to people anymore. We're not really in a democracy. We're not in we the people get to choose what's going on. No matter how many people go to these city hall meetings and stress that we do not want data centers, we do not want nuclear fusion going on in our backyard, they still go ahead and do it because they already signed the contract without any of our say. And then the worst part is that they say, oh, it's going to bring jobs. It's going to bring jobs. These data centers only need about 20 people on site. That's security and management. It's not just, 20 people are looking over it. And on top of everything, the jobs that they say it generates is only construction jobs. That is the only thing that it does. So it's really a huge situation that a lot of people should be paying attention to. I know I'm the type of person where I'll look at the stuff that's happening in the world and I'll try my best to continue to live my life and plan out my life as much as I can because I can't control what these people do. There are millions and millions of people that have gone to these meetings and said they don't want a data center and they still do it. There's millions and millions of people that vote for a certain person. Like, for instance, I voted for a Virginia delegate that ended up not being all that good. She has taxed us to a high instance. And it is something that was not ran on. It's something that was not, said whenever she was going in. She is, and then that's the really weird thing about America, right? We're believed to have choice in the matter. We have a voting choice in the matter, right? But once that person that we choose to represent us goes into office, it's not like we get to choose what bills get vetoed and get passed. They get to choose. So this person can run on a completely different set of values. Get in. We have no control over what they pass or veto. They get in, boom, we're taking all your guns. This is Virginia. What are you talking about, bruv? Like, it is so bad that I really like the realization of all this stuff. And I've had some friends say, like, no, we really don't have a choice. And I've told them, like, go vote. The local elections are the ones that really affect you the most. Go vote, use your right, because back in the day, black people didn't have the right. Back in the day, black women didn't have the right, or women in general. So I try to tell people, go vote. But when you really look at the grand scheme of things, our vote does not matter. Whether it be at the local level, at the congressional level, at the huge presidential level, all of it doesn't matter because these people are going to make a decision. All of it doesn't matter because these people are going to make a decision that doesn't matter or that we can't control. Um, yeah, it's pretty bad. But I want everybody to keep on moving forward in life. I want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to, you know, think that there's still a chance. I personally think that in the next 4 years, look, we're already at our 250th year. In the next 4 years, America is going to fall. Plain and simple. Now, where you can go after America or while America is falling is going to be a whole nother situation. Like right now, Japan is selling all their bonds so they don't have to deal with us collapsing, and they have all these bonds